Rebellion has to start somewhere, right? Star Wars Rebels. The first episode, I think it's like a TV movie or something because it was like 40 minutes, but it's called Sparks of a Rebellion. Officially, this episode doesn't really come out till next week, but if you have like a provider like Dish or something, you can watch it a week early, which is awesome because I just watched it and I have to say I loved it. A little background information: Star Wars Rebels takes place 5 years before the events of Star Wars: A New Hope, and that's a great period. If you saw my previous review, I reviewed the book Star Wars: A New Dawn, and we saw the characters of Kanan and Hera. This episode automatically has the full crew in it, and really this episode shines on Ezra. You know who Ezra reminds me most of? Aladdin. They call him a street rat. I guess he's a space rat? Huh? Get it? Huh? I have to say, I really love this episode. Especially the part when Kanan puts the lightsaber together, because I'm guessing that's the first time he's used it since he was a Padawan. There's all kinds of callbacks to the original trilogy. Like you have whenever Ezra was using the Force, or whenever he sensed something in the Force, you heard the whistling in Episode 4 to also, great callback to the guy who voiced Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars. You have his voice in the holocron saying, "A New Hope will arise," and that's what we're leading up to. This show is kind of setting up the beginning of the Rebellion, and then the Rebellion, and then A New Hope, which is Luke Skywalker and Leia. I have to say, I really enjoyed this beginning episode. I'm looking forward to more character development. The crew reminds me a bit of the Firefly crew. You have Hera, who's pretty much like Wash in Firefly. She's the getaway driver, pretty much. Kanan's the leader on the teams. Jane, the guy who Steve Blum voices, he's kind of like the hired muscle. He's like Jane in Firefly. Now, the one character I'm not really sure about is the Mandalorian. I don't know if she's Mandalorian or if she just stole the armor. I'm guessing she is a Mando. But the Mandos are usually a lot cooler because the Mandalorians usually wear like blue or red armor, and they like blood and war and stuff like Boba Fett. I'm curious to see what they do with her story because Mandalorians are usually like my favorite things. If I ever got a tattoo, which I probably wouldn't, I would get a Mandalorian tattoo. That just shows how much of a nerd I am, I guess. Great episode, great start to this new show. I'll be doing a review each week. Since I guess next week we won't have a new episode. First episode they'll probably just show what was on here. I'm going to give this first episode of Star Wars Rebels, A Spark of Rebellion, a 4.5 out of 5. Have you seen the first episode or the TV movie, whatever, first episode? That's what we're going to call it, Sparks of Rebellion. And are you going to watch this show? Comment below, let me know, tell me your thoughts. All too easy.